them to the wicket, just ticking things over. Whenever you come in and there's someone who's in like Nat Dodd, 32 from 21, you've got to feed them as much strike as you can early so that they don't get pressured to playing a shot that perhaps they don't want to.
Good, Frank.
Yeah, they have a greater ability to hit low risk options for 4 because they've got the conditions, they have the timing, they're able to manipulate the field a lot easier than someone that, say, has to consume a few deliveries to get used to those conditions.
Late cut, finds the gap behind point. Just the one though, good piece of fielding. Keeps it to 1, a good over from Mackay, 55 for 2.
They'll be pleased with the start, Central, but there's this period in the game where Canterbury bowlers are looking to peg it back, and if Central can continue to be positive against those bowlers, be clear on their options, allow them to get to that 130 plus score, which I know that they're pretty eager to get. Talking to Jamie Watkins this morning, he changed that batting order, try and keep that proactiveness going and keep the scoring all the way through.
Misfield, cross set it away to single. Never impresses the bowler when you misfield off your own bowling.
Oh, I tell you, as a wicketkeeper, it's so annoying. You're just like, just bend. Oh no, don't worry about it. It's on your own figures though.
Can't blame anyone else, can you? Oh, that's a good shot. Field well set here. Of course, in women's cricket, only 4 boundary riders, which is different to the men's. They have that extra fielder on the boundary, so there is an opportunity, there is a gap for the women to access because of that extra fielder having to be inside the circle. What a shot that is. Look at the timing and the placement. Perfection from Dodd, picks up another boundary, loves that cover region.
Slightly over pitch from Amy Satterthwaite. And well, Nat Dodd hasn't missed out on those all day. Talk about those low risk shots, and again another positive approach from Nat Dodd.
Timing has been superb so far from Nat Dodd in this innings. Looks like the sort of surface is just kissing off, just coming on nice that she can just hit through the line of the ball, but her placement, the ability to find the gap has been key so far today.
Well, sometimes you feel like you're in good form, but you continually pick out the fielders and just waiting for a bit of luck to turn where you can hit those gaps, and she's done that well today. Amy Satterthwaite coming back around the wicket. I don't mind that option. She'll be looking to attack the heel. Michaela Gregg's very strong through the offside, over extra cover as well, so she'll be looking for a bit of width. She's come back over for Nat Dodd, so keeping the batters guessing, but good over, 8 runs off it so far.
Short and flat and just uses the pace, runs it down to third man. Work for Sarah Asmussen, can't quite get there. I think that's gone all the way. She probably didn't see it touch the rope, but it is going to be 4, signalled by Chris Brown. Nice way to finish. 10 overs, halfway stage done, 67 for 2. Things ticking along nicely for the Central Hinds. Good over. The last one went for 12. There's been some big overs, 3 11s, and the 12 has really got things kicking along nicely after winning the toss and deciding to bat. Women in green doing a good job. It's a lovely shot. Timing and placement excellent again. Look at that. We'll run away for 4. Tell you what, we've had a little bit of rain here in Christchurch today, but it hasn't affected this outfield. It's still lightning.
Yeah, it's super quick. Again, slightly over pitch, but great hands from Michaela Gregg. CHW strong through the covers, and we've seen that there. Wow, that has raced, hasn't it?
Use of the feet.
Good body
Linesman
tactic.
off. We just have to admire the placement we've seen from the Central Hinds batters today. Timed the ball beautifully, but they've actually found the gaps. On target for something around that 140 to 150 mark, which I think will be above par and be very competitive on the surface.
Yeah, we know the Canterbury Magicians are quite top heavy. Reliance upon Frankie Mackay, Amy Satterthwaite. No Kirsty Nation today. She's out with an injury. Unfortunate car accident in the weekend, so our thoughts are with her, but she's all safe and well.
It's an interesting point you made about the off spinners, Mackay and Satterthwaite, about how they've tended to miss full in recent times, and certainly you think of the boundaries today, just from the Canterbury bowlers over pitching a touch, allowing the Hinds batters to cover drive, hit down the ground. If they could just pull their length back a touch, they're going to get a single on a misfield.
Well, they've also changed the field, so they've put that deep extra cover out, Leah to Huhu, but that actually creates spaces. So if you're bowling full and you keep good shapes, you get either side. It's a 2, or at Hagley, as we've seen, it could potentially go for 4. So it allows them to play good cricket shots to actually get value as well.
This time it's a full toss, over pitched again. Can't quite find the right length at the moment, the Canterbury bowlers. 11 bowled, 75 for 2. They just haven't quite got into their rhythm, have they, the spinners? Satterthwaite picked up that wicket in the first over, but Mackay is usually very frugal. The amount of runs she gives away has gone for 12 off her 2 overs. Need to keep chipping away here, the Magicians, keep picking up wickets. Six bowlers used so far by the Canterbury Magicians. Looks like there's going to be another bowling change with the leg spinner. Sarah Asmussen is going to come to the attack. Leg spinner. Number of different variations. Just the 1 wicket so far this season. Replacing Amy Satterthwaite.
Sarah Smithson has trained a lot with the White Ferns this season, actually, and seen her increase her speed. She's getting through the wicket a lot quicker now, so she's probably not on that evidence. It was a bit loopier, but she's bowling a lot quicker than she has in past seasons. She's a talent, Asmussen.
It's good running. Really good running. Played it off the back foot, just dropped it and called and ran straight away. Shouldn't have been a single there. Fielder was just a little bit back. Look at that, nice soft hands.
It's good cricket. They've scored off a lot of deliveries. They haven't really faced too many dot balls, apart from those first few overs. But we've seen from that point on, they really rotated the stroke nicely and hit the boundaries throughout.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job, you're right. Eliminating those dots, just keeping the scoreboard ticking over nicely. Cut away, good piece of fielding. Frankie Mackay does well there, probably saved her team 1 or 2. That dive at backward point.
We usually see her behind the wicket, Frankie, so she's put herself into the hot spot. Good dive, potentially save 1 out, extra 1 out in the boundary. It's another evidence of scoring off another delivery. There's that variation there, the wrong in. Doesn't spin too much.
I was going to say, she doesn't look like a big turner of the ball, Katie. What are her strengths as a leg spinner here?
It's more where the length that she delivers, so you're just not quite sure whether you come out.
What a shot that is. That will be 4. That's a lovely way by Greg to finish the over. Bit of power showing there. 82 for 2, the Central Hinds.
Great use of the feet. I was just talking about, as a player, when you're facing her, you either see a bit more error in the delivery and you get out and use your feet, or get deep in the crease, and Michaela Gregg's very strong through that cover area, so we're tracking nicely here, the Hinds. And they'll be looking for that 140 odd score, and it's about 7.5 from here on. I think if my maths is correct, it's probably not, but...
Good start by the Central Hinds, 82 for 2. Nice wee partnership now, 34 from 28 between Michaela Gregg and Natalie Dodd. Changes keep happening at the bowling crease. This time it's Jacinta Savage back into the attack. First over went for 11. Needs to try and find a breakthrough here.
Great use of the hands.
Good attacking, mate. Good attacking.
From Nat Dodd. Oh, we're lucky enough to have Jamie Watkins on the mic. G'day, Jamie.
Hi, Marty. How are you?
Good, mate. I got confused. I was saying Jess Watkin, and then now we've got the Watkins, so what's happening up there in the North Island? Either make your mind up, an S or not on the end of your name.
Always an S, Marty.
Jamie, it's been a good start by the girls. You'll be happy with this platform.
Yeah, it has been, Craig. We certainly had a focus after the last couple of games where we've faced a lot of dot balls. I think 62 against Otago and 58 and 18 overs against Wellington. So real focus on being able to just get the ball and keep things ticking over. And you know, as I said, that's built up pressure for us in the last couple of games. We've lost wickets and clumps. So from that perspective, it's been a big improvement today, and we've got a good base set. Yeah,
it has been. It's been excellent. We were just mentioning the lack of dot balls today, which is a bit of a pet hate in T20 cricket, isn't it? Like you say, that's what builds the pressure for the bowling side. And that Dodd, I guess, has been impressive too. We've talked a little bit about her strike rate and perhaps at times how low it is, but she's found gaps and just played good cricket shots today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a real example of how you can you know, you can contribute as a proper player, I guess, in T20 cricket, and she's certainly gapped it and played some really nice shots, timed the ball, and and the intent's been good. For Dottie, she was sort of locked down in Hamilton for that period through there, so she didn't have much preparation coming into the last few weeks, but it looks like she's starting to get there now.
Oh, that's clever. That's really clever from Greg. Just opened up the face of the bat after walking down the pitch. She'll pick up 4. That's very innovative, and that's one of the other things, Jamie, we've noticed about some of the girls on the side, the likes of Georgia Atkinson and now Michaela Gregg. There's a bit of innovation there, prepared to try some different things.
Yeah, and these, I mean, they've been training, with these skills, but it's, having the courage to take it in the middle, and that's sometimes, it takes a little bit of time, but as I said, it's just really pleasing. Certainly give them a licence to go and, give it a go, and, if they're training for that, and it's great to see it transferring to the middle on this occasion.
Yeah, it's a good point. It never just happens in the middle, does it? It's something you do have to train and put some time into, and then having the confidence to do it is, I guess, your role as coach, giving the players the opportunity to do that.
Oh, 100%, and as I said, I give the message to them, as long as you're training for that, and, I'm not going to get upset if you go and give these things a go. It's when you get put under pressure and, dots build up and you play a shot that you're probably not, another good example of it. Yeah, you play a shot that you're, not been training, that's when, have those discussions probably as a coach.
Well, you'll be very happy with how things sit at the moment. Thanks for your time, Jamie, really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Mecca. Thanks, Marty.
93 for 2.
Goes without saying, I'll say it all the same, they need a breakthrough here, the Magicians. Nat Dodd on 49 of just 34 balls. This has been a wonderful innings from Nat.
No. Bonnie says.
timing of some of her shots has been exquisite today. That's a full toss and a gift, and that'll be a half century for Nat Dodd. Well earned and entertaining to watch. Fine reward for the Hines keeper.
Classy knock from the Hines opener. She's played beautifully. 7 boundaries in that score of 50, and look at that impressive strike rate. Leading from the front, setting a good platform for her side.
She guided them nicely through the power play, did Nat Dodd. Over the top, there is a sweeper back. Takes it on the bounce, just a single. But she's really stood up here. It's her 6th 50 in T20 cricket, Nat Dodd. Michaela Gregg is putting on a show as well. You mentioned it earlier, Mac. Some of the innovation has been fantastic, and Michaela Gregg, especially waiting for the ball, playing it late behind the wicket, it's been a revelation today from her. Trying to cut, can't get hold of that.
Yeah, it's been really impressive, Scotty, because these are skills and shots that take some time to master. They really do. So there must be a lot of time in the nets going through and practicing these things, and it's great to see them coming off in the middle.
Gets enough on that, turns it behind on the leg side, and they'll come back for a couple. 2 off the last ball of the over. And the Hines now, 97 for 2.
No bang here. Yeah. Rowe can come in and whack it. Should get one CHW Duckers from CHW might be trying to.
97 for 2. Some ruminating going on here in the commentary box about what a par score is after the start. 14 overs down, 6 to go. At 8, we're looking at 145, Mac, but perhaps this Hines team might be thinking more than that. 145 was Wellington's total here in game number 1. It was proved to be a winning total too.
Yeah, I think that they'll be looking for something even a little bit higher than that, Scotty. They've got the power to come still.
Could be a chance, just falls short. Mackay was up, but it seemed a little late to move there, Frankie.
Yeah, maybe didn't pick it up as early as what she wanted. Was in the air for quite a long time, wasn't it, from Greg? Well short in the end of Canterbury skipper. Oh!
Well, that's not short. That is going all the way. Michaela Gregg is teeing off.
Oh, wow. Show some power. Look at the smile on the face. She got all of this. It was in the slot. Good swing of the bat. Really nice, free-flowing swing of the bat, and it's gone for 6, the first one of the day. And the Magicians are under the pump here.
And that'll be buys, and 4 of them as well. Wides, should I say, rather than buys.
It's wides, but you really do want your keeper to get something on this. It ends up costing you 5. Keeper's got to get something on it. I know it's a long way down, maybe that's a little bit harsh. Abby Gherkin in her first game keeping for the Canterbury Magicians. But that's the pressure of the previous ball that went for 6.
Yeah, great. And it all comes back. But just, they have not settled on a line or a length today, the Canterbury bowlers. And that will be very frustrating for Reece Morgan. There to be hit, but can't get it past the circle on this occasion.
Well, they've gone through 7 bowlers as well, Scotty, so there's been a lot of chopping and changing, and perhaps that says more about the bowling performance so far, that no one has really settled down. There's been no consistency with the ball.
Oh, that's another great shot, and look at that. The positioning of the stroke, waited, played it late. Michaela Gregg is having the time of her life out here today.
This is so good because of the balance. Just went for a little wander down the pitch and then stopped and was able just to open the face of the bat and pick up that gap. 2 fielders behind point, but she found the middle of both of those fielders. Another boundary.
Oh, in the air. Falls safely. Well, just to give you some context, Michaela Gregg now 36 off 25, Dodd 52 off 39. Nat Dodd in the first 2 games, 9 off 19 and 24 off 34. It's a heck of an acceleration here, but oh, that's going to be caught. Is fine catch as well. Kate Sims was waiting on it. And Michaela Gregg has rather given away her wicket here.
Oh, it's a nice piece of fielding. Using the ramp again, it went quick. Sims racing and diving away to her left. That is an awkward height, but an excellent catch. Just what the Magicians needed at a crucial time. Gregg goes for 36, the Hinds 112 for 3.
Hines in a great position here, 112 for 3 as Hannah Rowe comes to the crease. She's dropped down the order for this match. And she's been put in ahead of Emily Cunningham, the power hitter. Jamie Watkins, maybe just... Oh, that could be out. Nat Dodd, I don't think she's got her foot back behind the line.
Third umpire to director.
She's wandering down the pitch. She doesn't look convinced.
Yeah,
Abigail Gherkin might come up with her first stumping here.
Front foot first, please. Yeah, fair delivery, thank you. Can we move on to your best side on angle?
Nat Dodd, who's hardly put a foot wrong and just did not get the toe back behind the line, and that will be out.
Yeah, if we can freeze it there, thank you. I'm ready to make my decision.
Nat Dodd, a fantastic innings, but it's come to an end. She's gone for 52, just misjudged her foot placement on the sweep, and Abigail Gherkin takes the wicket. Hines, back-to-back losses, 112 for 4.
Yeah, that's a disappointing end to a very good innings from Natalie Dodd. There's really no reason not to have some part of your foot behind that white line. Obviously a misjudgment because she didn't even try and get it back, so she obviously felt like the foot was behind the line. Sometimes it can creep forward as you stretch for that sweep shot. This is good now from the Magicians. They've picked up 2 players that were in and putting them under the pump. Now you've got 2 new batters at the crease and neither have faced a ball. Kerry Tomlinson comes in at number 6 at a key time now.
She's a fast scorer, Kerry Tomlinson. Scored a quick-fire 24 against the Sparks in round 1. Her and Rowe need to do something here. They wouldn't want to squander this position. A position they're largely in because of the efforts of Nat Dodd and Michaela Gregg.
Donnie says. Oh, good sis.
Well, this is where, Scotty, the experience of a Hannah Rowe, a White Fern player, is so crucial. Needs to come up with a score and a performance here. At times, I think doesn't score the runs that she should with the talent that she's got. She's a dangerous player.
Yeah, as I mentioned, she's been elevated up the order so far this season and hasn't really been able to produce. It was a duck in the first game, just 2 of 9 in the second. She wants the responsibility as Tomlinson comes down and manages only to hit it into her foot. Still gets the single. She has asked for that responsibility and she wants to get better. That's part A of the equation.
It is. Wanting to put yourself in those pressure periods. Part B, Scotty, is actually putting that performance on the board.
It's a gilt-edged opportunity here for Hannah Rowe. Backs away and then punches it through. Easy single. Tomlinson's quick. And she'll put the pressure on Rowe to run between wickets here as well. 116 for 4.
Right arm over. Donnie Frank.
Frank the Tank goes leg side and she'll concede a wide. It's the full face of that Hannah Rowe, but no timing in the shot. What's your philosophy on those deliveries like the first one there from Frankie Mackay? As a batter, do you attempt to hit it knowing that you're going to get the ball again and it's a free run? Do you go after it? Leading edge this time. Or are you happy just to take the extra?
You take the wide, Scotty, and you load up for the next one. I think whenever a bowler starts with a wide, there's a little bit of pressure, more pressure on them, so unless it's that bad a delivery that you know you can tuck into it and get something a bit more.
Yeah. And you don't get too many of those for Frankie Mackay. She's going to have a big appeal and it's gone. Tomlinson tried to get tricky and Frankie Mackay has her first of the day.
Oh, it's a big full toss too. Tomlinson could have really hit it anywhere she wanted to. I wonder if there's a little inside edge on that. So she might be walking off saying, I'm a little bit hard done by. Finger went up and she's on her way for 2. And the Hinds now in a little bit of trouble, 118 for 5.
Rocco Meir comes to the crease, so the two pace spearheads out there in the middle now with the bat for the Hinds. And Mac, look at the last 10 balls. 6 runs, 2 wickets, run rate 3.6.
Game's changed, hasn't it? This is the last wicket, and look, there's a little bottom edge on it. You can see the deflection, so she's a little bit unlucky, but I guess the point would be, it's a big full toss, whack it.
Oh, Boulder. Frankie Mackay strikes again. You cannot keep this woman out of a game of cricket. Rosemary Meir is gone, first ball, and the Hinds are on the slump big time.
Oh, it's an avalanche of wickets now for the Hinds. Look at Meir, gone right across her stumps. That's a really ambitious shot, considering it's only your second or third ball. big wicket for Mackay. Mia goes for 2. Sorry, for 0. 118 for 6. Yeah, that's not really what you want to see at this time. Just get some bat on ball. Let's get a partnership develop. Can't afford to lose 2 wickets in the over, and that was just a really ambitious shot from Mia. Second ball up. I think you're expecting something more from one of the experienced players in that option.
Well, it brings Emily Cunningham to the crease, and we know that Cunningham can absolutely knock the stitches out of a cricket ball when she gets hold of it, but it has not been her season so far. Just the 2 appearances and just the 2 runs. And there'll be 1 at least here. They'll come back for a second.
Interesting in the stance here. She was well outside leg stump. Picks up 2 to finish the over. A good one for Frankie Mackay. 120 for 6. Look at the stance here from Cunningham. Look how far outside leg stump she is. Trying to access the offside. Got a thick edge that ran away for 2. Very unusual to see someone that far outside leg stump.
She loves playing into the offside. Run rate's down to 7 and over here. Hannah Rowe and Emily Cunningham at the crease as Asmussen floats one up and Rowe gets the single down to Satterthwaite.
I guess the other thing this shows right at this point in this T20 match, Scotty, is that how important it is for one of those batters that's in to continue on and bat a bit deeper. Don't have to bat to the 20th over, but you've got to get to 17, 18, and then that takes the pressure off the rest of the order.
Cunningham again. She's going to end up in the Botanic Gardens if she stands any further outside leg.
She's got her dancing shoes on, hasn't she?
It's really interesting. Asmussen follows her, which is a clever piece of bowling, really, knowing full well that Cunningham prefers to play into the offside. That's wide, no run.
Well, the boundaries have dried up, and now there's a lot more dot balls than what we saw earlier, where there was a good rotation in the strike. Things starting to tighten up here for the women in green.
It's a couple of lucky runs off the bottom of the bat. Oh, it shows too that when you've got an experienced campaigner like Frankie Mackay with that leadership around her, Leah Tahuhu, Amy Satterthwaite, they don't panic, the Magicians. They are defending champions for a reason. They didn't panic in that grand final, which you were at, Mac. That's good from Rowe. No, gone. Good catch instead. Nat Cox pulls in a screamer, really. That is a tough catch, and she's done it well.
Oh no, she's hit it off the middle of the bat, but she's found the field. A good catch by Cox. Low, diving forward. The Hinds have lost 5 for 12. Rowe goes for 6. It's 124 for 7. Again, you question the option. Came off the middle of the bat, but there's 3 fielders out on their leg side, so it's high risk. If you don't hit it for 6, then this is what happens.
Yeah, maybe just a little slow through the shot, Mac. I think maybe looking to go squarer, but it's the way she connected with that ball. Never gave it a chance to get as high as she needed it to get.
Interesting though, she's looking for a boundary again because of the pressure of those dot balls. Claudia Green in at number 9. Now the Hinds have to bat out their overs.
Yeah, and that's a lot on Cunningham's shoulders as we see her back away again. This has been one heck of a comeback from the Magicians this afternoon. Into the 18th over, Asmussen comes up with a ripper, 124 for 7. bowls to Green, there's no run. The pressure continues to mount. Right in front of our commentary box, the Renwick Royals. Say that 3 times fast. Girls team here at the game today. Speaking to Sarah Asmussen last night in our Instagram Live interview, and she said she's been playing the game since she was 5 years old, a family connection through her father, who represented New Zealand's blind cricket team.
Donnie Frank.
Fortunate to catch up with New Zealand under 19, former New Zealand under 19, and All Black captain Kieran Reid today, and his daughter into her cricket at the moment as well. It's great to see the opportunities for the girls coming through, but also starting at younger and younger ages and having this as a shop window for where they want to get to.
So crucial, so important in the development of not only young girls but young boys, that they start at an early age and get those basics into their game nice and early. And you're right, this is the shop window. These are the stars that the young girls know by name, know through watching, know through seeing on TV, doing a terrific job.
Kai drops it in short. Claudia Green.
Well, now the Hinds, 126 for 7. I've got to get to that 140 mark. Looked like they were going to get well past that when Kayla Gregg and Natalie Dodd were in, but they've got to get to 140.
Cunningham finally gets the one she wanted. Gives herself some room and crushes it to the boundary for 4. A crucial boundary at that. 1 over to go. It's 131 for 7. Plenty to come. Enjoy some Premier League action with your cornflakes tomorrow morning. Brentford taking on Watford at 9 a.m. And then the Abu Dhabi GP qualifying on the 12th at 1 a.m. Liverpool taking on Aston Villa. Liverpool flying high at the moment. Heat taking on the Bulls in the NBA. And Poirier v Oliveira, UFC 269. All of that on Spark Sport this weekend.
It's got to be a Verstappen or a Hamilton guy.
I'm a Verstappen man. I've had the pleasure of interviewing Max Verstappen. Very Dutch.
Is he going to knock him off the track tomorrow?
No comment. What do you know? You've got to hand it to F1. What a season! And coming down to the last race with 2 drivers locked up, equal points, everything to play for and drive for. I think it's incredible, and a fantastic venue in Abu Dhabi as well. And some other Kiwi interest too, with Liam Lawson getting a crack too in a Formula 1 test drive in Abu Dhabi. A young Kiwi who's been a revelation in F2, and we wish him all the best as well. Lovely kid, such huge raps on him throughout Europe. Something about Kiwi drivers, they continue to build on that legacy, that great legacy of Bruce McLaren. Can't get hold of this, but they'll take a cheeky single instead. CeeLo Green running through. Now, it's funny to think about the legacy Bruce McLaren has left for all New Zealand racing car drivers. He was so well respected, such an innovative man and such a gentleman. Almost every Kiwi that follows in his footsteps comes with his reputation. And so many young Kiwi drivers have been through that system now. Think back to Amon, before that Denny Holm, and the current crop. Just 2 balls remaining here, Mac. It's got to be 2 big swings.
Yep, need a boundary to get to that 140 mark. Cunningham, 8 from 6, has got the power. What area is she going to target?
That one will fall short of Missy Banks. She'll keep it just to a single as Cunningham. She was so desperate to retain the strike. And Claudia Green hit a big one to finish. She's going for it, Claudia Green. She'll take the 1. She wants to come back for 2. They're going to have to hustle, really hustle. And a mistake at the stumps from Satterthwaite. And they'll finish with 2.